So we're here today with Kristina Locke of Sugavida, and we're at the very, very cool OC mix. So tell us, Kristina, tell us why Sugavida is so unique.
What is unique about Sugavida is that it is quite simply the most nutritious sugar on the planet that we found in nature. And the reason it is because it contains over 15 essential vitamins and minerals, particularly the B group of vitamins, including the elusive bioavailable B12.
So walk us through how Sugavida is produced.
So one of the key things about Sugavida is obviously it's an ancient tradition that we've brought into the 21st century. And when I say ancient tradition, it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine, which is the healing system of medicine in India, for over 5,000 years. And it's been used traditionally for a whole range of different conditions, but particularly for sleep, hyperactivity, mood, energy levels, fatigue. And traditionally, you would get Sugavida, or the Palmyra nectar, which is from where it's from. It's from the Palmyra tree, which is a variety of palm tree that grows, particularly in, or the region that we use it in is in Southeast India. Now, these trees are between 50 and 90 feet tall, and it takes 15 years for that tree to be able to produce the sap that creates Sugavida. Now, what happens is the tappers climb up the tree and make an incision in the efflorescence, which is also sort of the beginning of the blossom. And then that nectar, the bowl is left under the cut, and they will then collect that nectar. They then gather that nectar. Now they have to gently heat that nectar as soon as possible because it ferments so quickly. So it's very gently heated to evaporate the moisture, and it is then poured into coconut shells where it's left to set. We then take those coconut shells full of the hard Palmyra blocks and take it to our processing unit, where we have a proprietary process that turns the nectar from the block into this wonderful fine powder. And it's a proprietary process that ensures that we lose nothing of its key nutritional value. So we then dehydrate it and granulate it so that it becomes suitable for Western consumption. It's low fructose and has a fructose content of only 3%. What that means is it's not going to damage your liver. So when we compare it to coconut sugar, coconut sugar comes from another type of palm tree, which is the coconut tree. Sugavida comes from the Palmyra palm tree, which is a completely different species. So what that means is you get a completely different nutritional profile. For a start, Sugavida contains vitamin B12, and it's the only known bioavailable plant-based source that we know of to date. So that's one of the key reasons. The other is it's much lower in fructose than coconut sugar is. Also, most coconut sugar comes from farmed coconut plantations. And again, they use a lot of chemicals and pesticides on these plantations, whereas Sugavida is wild harvested. We constantly get is why shouldn't I have stevia, xylitol, erythritol over other sugars, and surely those are more healthy. My belief is we have to put these things into different categories. So stevia, xylitol, erythritol are all 0-calorie sweeteners, and what that means is that they deliver 0 nutritional benefit. And also, one of the key problems is that they will also play havoc with your sweet receptors. Okay. And they are, the majority of them are also very highly processed, often with a lot of chemicals in it. So really then your choice becomes of going down the nutritional route, which is what Sugavida is, and gram for gram, Sugavida has more nutrients than any other sugar on the planet. So our choice is always have a little bit of a sugar or a sweetener that will deliver you the most nutritional and health benefits. And that's what we believe that Sugavida provides for you and your family. So for most people, they ask, how can I use Sugavida? You know, how can I use it in my day-to-day life? How I start my day, I take a teaspoon of Sugavida and I put it in a glass of water or hot water with a squeeze of lemon, and I sip that through. You know, that's the first drink I have in the morning. Other people put it in with their coffee or in their tea, or you can sprinkle it over your oatmeal or porridge as it's known in the UK, or even over your fruit salad. You can sprinkle it on your pancakes. Then there are other ways. So in savoury food, you can mix it into your salad dressings, sauces, marinades. What we always do is also make sure that we have a teaspoon at night before we go to sleep, because we find that you really get a much deeper, greater quality of sleep when you have it at night before bed. Then obviously you can cook with it, you can bake with it. When you are cooking and baking and making, say, muffins, cakes, be sure to have to use half the amount compared to sugar. So if your recipe is calling for 1 cup of sugar, then you use half a cup of Sugavida. So I travel the world informing, educating people about the benefits of Sugavida. So for me, being on the road, constantly changing between different time zones, Sugavida really is a lifesaver for me. For a start, it really helps with my jet lag. And the other key thing is, obviously, you're traveling on planes, you're not sure what the quality of the food that you're going to get. So for me, just adding Sugavida into my water and sipping it throughout the day ensures that I have long-lasting, sustained energy without those blood sugar dips that other foods or lack of foods can cause. So for me, it ensures that I have my mood and my energy levels are completely sustained, but it also gives me an energy that's not hyper, but that's very grounding, very calm, and ensures that I stay on the top of my game.